Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. I am super excited about today's video. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. No, you didn't miss a ton of videos or anything like that. I opted to jump ahead and document this past week, which was week 18, because I am a huge fan of Nelly and Clem products, and I've kind of been sitting on a cart of their adorable printables for a little while, and it just so happened that with International Scrapbooking Day coming, that she was going to run a 15% off sale in her shop, that she was also releasing a free printable kit for International Scrapbooking Day, and she had also put out a free printable for May the 4th. So that combined with the fact that everything that happened last week matched her kits, it was just irony of ironies. It was amazing. And then on top of all that, she had an amazing contest, which actually is still going on. So I'm going to put the link down below to go check out her site, her shop, all of that goodness. And the contest is running until Saturday. So if you print the free printable kit, which you're going to see bits and pieces of throughout, but if you download it and you use it and you post your project with it and any other kits that you use from her, however you use it, then you enter for the chance to win credit for her shop, which I thought was really cool. Like I said, I'm a huge fan. So I printed out a couple kits. I'll put all of that in the description below. I did grab a lot of kits from her Buy Me a Coffee page before she shut it down. Her site is new. She did have an Etsy, and Etsy kind of went on the fritz as she was moving everything to her actual website. So I've been very anxiously waiting for the shop to be open and just for timing to be right for me to buy a bunch of the kits. Anyways, so let's talk a little bit about week 18. So everything that you see me use for the most part is going to come from Nelly and Clem. Obviously, my little gold glitter stars are not, my staples are not, but in terms of ephemera and cards, it is going to be 99% Nelly and Clem. Obviously, the currently card is from Are You Kristen? That's just her currently card, and I usually will pop that into my weekly spread. Another card that's not Nelly and Clem is this Milestones card, but I wanted to use it because it was a milestone event. So, and I really didn't have a runner's card from Nelly and Clem. I'm sure I could have been creative and made something work, but that just was not happening. So, another thing about this is it's going to be 4 12 by 12 pocket pages, for the whole week. So much happened this last week, and I really just wanted it to be fresh in my mind and for me to document it all. So come along for the ride. So a couple things that I really want to talk about in terms of setup for this. So I use a lot of Nelly and Clem product, but I also prepped a lot of it by stamping. So you see all that really cool label page I used at the top. I had obviously some leftovers from that page, and so I stamped sentiments, and you'll see them show up throughout the video, where I just went through my stamp stash that has lots of word phrases and just stamped them into those cute little labels and cut them out. The really nice thing about that was that I could mess up and then cut out the right ones. And so it let me make a lot of almost tiny word stickers. You won't see me use any tiny word stickers through the entirety of this video, which is amazing because I'm a huge fan of them. But it was really cool to challenge myself to use my stamp set. So if you're one of those people like me where you have a lot of stamp sets and you maybe don't dip into them that often, but they have really cute sentiments that you probably forget about, this is a really cool way to incorporate them into your spreads, make your own word phrases. And what was really cool is it allowed me to pick my colors too. So like the cute one where I put the mood was nice because it brought that yellow down and it helped kind of filter that pretty yellow color throughout the spread and give that kind of neutral photo an extra little pop of happiness. So yeah, that's just a fun little tip trick. I don't know why my brain just full stopped right there. Some things that I did catch on to with this first spread was that I really like to do the dash border on the actual color and not on the white fussy cut outline that I did. I did it outside the color on the coffee and the this is the best little tag, and then I did it inside the color on everything else, and I really like how that looked much better. I actually ended up redoing, and you'll see it in a little bit. I really wanted that freaking cat to work because obviously there were a ton of cat photos this week, but it just didn't, and I just wanted it to look a lot cleaner in the end. So it sucked that little baby Clem could not make it onto the spread, but you're going to see me redo that kind of smiley faced like symbol looking thing. I royally screwed it up. I think I've already redone it now if I'm already throwing glitter stars everywhere. The cat jumped up on my table so many times doing these spreads. And just as a random thing, I did all 4 of these spreads in one day. Like I powered through. And I can completely attribute this to the fact that I did so much prep work. Like I had fussy cut everything. I was kind of placing things on the spread and then walking by it in between, studying and things like that. And doing dishes and just having kind of a low-key day. I was basically prepping them, and then when I really liked how it looked, I wiped everything off to the side, put it in a pile, turned the camera on, and went. And because I had done all that prep work and laid it all out, it came together a lot faster. And while I was prepping, my phone was charging, so it overall let me do all 4 in one day. I think also sticking to one brand and only having that limited number of collections really helped. And I also had the focus of using as many of those International Scrapbooking Day freebies per kit that I could, making sure that there was a little bit in every single spread. So now we're already moving on to the second spread. So let me talk a little bit about what happened this last week. It was super busy. So the first day, Monday, super curious question. Does your week start on Sunday or does it start on Monday? I'd be really curious to see how people answer this because when I worked retail, my week started on a Sunday and I swore by that. And now that I'm not in retail, my week starts on a Monday. And I am a very firm believer that the week starts on Monday. Mainly so I can continue to have a cheat day on Sunday. That's really a lot of it. And it's funny because my workout routine and my health routine has me I treat Monday and Tuesday like Saturday, Sunday. Those are my days to not work out. Those are my days to maybe not eat quite 100% right because I'm usually in the office both those days and it's really hard, like nose to the grindstone work days. So by Wednesday, things are alleviating and I can go run and I'm finding my groove. Totally backwards, total side note. Let's get into the week. So first things first, Monday, Jeff and I woke up pretty early and we decided that we were going to go to breakfast. On the way, his truck started having issues. So it took us much longer to get to his job than we thought. And I ended up having to drive him into work. And so we went to breakfast at Hot Betty's, which I have scrapbooked before. And I have not had it since that layout. And so that was like February maybe. But I love Hot Betty's. They have the best, just most beautiful biscuits. And it was like the perfect breakfast and exactly what we needed after all of the truck issues. And we were really just trying to make the best of it. But I definitely wanted to journal that about the truck issue and that we still kind of powered through and made sure to treat ourselves to breakfast and get the week started off right, even though it kind of wasn't. And also talk about the fact that it was just as amazing as I remembered it. Like, if you've ever craved something and then finally gotten it and it was perfect, you understand. If you've ever waited for something and it's not been perfect, you equally understand. But I was very excited about that. Then I have this cute photo of Banks hiding underneath the covers, which, again, I'm talking backwards, so just bear with me. And I just loved her expression of just like, but what if I don't want to come out? What if I just want to stay in here? And she's kind of moody that way. She likes to burrow in the covers and keep to herself. Peyton, which is my boss. Peyton is not my boss. My boss's daughter is Peyton, and she had her birthday that week as well. And it was just a quick photo her mom took of the girls playing with some of these little dart, what do you call them? Bow and arrows. That they were playing with in the house. And I just thought that was cute and wanted to include that since it was kind of like it was a milestone in its own right. The milestone that I ended up journaling about was the fact that I ran 7 miles. 7 miles. And it took me over an hour and a half. My pace was a little over 13 minutes, which is really great for me and where I'm at in my journey. And I was really happy about that. Sorry, my friend just sent me a link and I'm pretty sure it's the Tumblr that I've been looking for. Not the point. Shiny rock. Squirrel. But I ran 7 miles and it was the farthest that I have ever run on a treadmill. It's probably the farthest I've ever run ever. And I was completely, utterly exhausted after. It took everything in me to go to not 1, but 2 grocery stores to produce the beautiful carbonara that was the next photo in the spread. And it was delicious. I didn't even eat all of that because it was an absurd portion, but it was so good. And then I got to eat a crumble cookie. I ate all the things after that run. I'm not even going to lie. I was exhausted. Also, there was like a picture of washi on these cute washi boards. I got my order from Washi Girl Studio. I've been ordering washi tape that matches my Coffee Monster Co. stickers and some other cute brands that are in that theme, like Every Minute a Story, I think is one, and Sweet Bean Plans. Those washis are kind of hard to track down, so I was really excited that she included a couple freebies, and 2 of them were like right on point with what I love and what I typically will order from. One was Harry Potter and one was Star Wars. So it was super cute. So now we'll talk about the spread that I'm working on now. Again, we're completely continuing with the trend of all Nelly and Clem products. The love that you see is actually from a crumble cookie box. I was really, really, really nice and asked for a spare box so that I could cut it. I didn't tell them why, but so that I can cut out all of the icons and use them throughout the spreads, because I'm definitely going through a crumble cookie phase and they're going to put a new one in that's close to my apartment. So I'm very nervous and very excited. If you haven't noticed, I'm quite a foodie and I love things that change flavors kind of regularly. So like $5 donuts and crumble cookie. Crumble cookie changes weekly and $5 changes monthly. So I need to hurry up because I'm like a spread behind in chatting. So May the 4th happened, and then Revenge of the 6th happened. I know some people do Revenge of the 5th, but I really wanted to document that in its entirety. So I put in 2 pictures from, you guys have already seen, if you're a subscriber, then you've already seen my layout for Sherry, which was Snow Buffet. She reposted her photo of that. And then my friend Ashley, she dressed up as Darth Vader too, which was super cool. And she happened to be in Disney at the same time. So I saved her photo, and just kind of put that with the quote card. I think it was like a 3x4 card that I basically tilted and cut down a little bit. And it said, find your group of creative weirdos and love them hard. Those girls, I think I've learned more in the last probably 9 months how much I value some of my quirky girlfriends and my creative people, whether it's here, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's relationship or YouTube. I about said YouTube. I belong to like a couple different forums now with Nelly and Clem. I post on their site. I post on Awesome Ladies Project. It's been really nice for me to really tap into outlets outside of Instagram. I don't Facebook. The only thing I do with Facebook is the Coffee Monster Co., and that's only to keep up with releases more than anything. I don't know. I'm really just trying to be more engaged with the people that bring me joy and that support people, and just a lot of girl power going on. I've really gotten into cultivating my female relationships. I've not always been the best girl's girl. I don't do well with the drama and the competition side of it. So my girlfriend period of my life is definitely coming later in life, so that I kind of avoided the high school drama. But I also wanted to document the amazing cookies that I had. And the rest of that day was really cool. Jeff and I went to eat at a new pizza place called Two Cities. I had already checked it out a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to take him. And so we went and had a like nice sit down dinner, which was really cool. But in the midst of all the really cool fun stuff that was happening on May the 4th, I was really anxious with everything going on with the Supreme Court situation. I know I don't really talk about anything political over here, nor do I want to create an open discussion, but I did want to document how I was feeling. And I felt like there were a couple pieces from a Woman Up kit that Nelly and Clem sold that worked perfectly there. One of the cards was actually a Carrie Fisher quote, which was perfect with May the 4th. Again, it just so happened that everything working out, like I have the Cookie Monster card that worked out, and then the You Are What You Eat, so I guess that makes me pizza card. And then yeah, there was a kit for everything that had been going on through the week, even like female rights. So I was like, that's it. I'm skipping ahead. I'm doing this for the contest. I'll post it really early and completely out of order. It also really didn't make sense to hang on to this video for like probably a whole nother month before I would release it to be in sync. So here we are, like 9 weeks early. But yes, and on that last spread, I did create my very first shaker card with my fuse tool, which was really fun to do. I created a shaker pocket with that cute Yoda. You'll see it at the end when I show you the slow flip. You'll see how I turned that into a shaker card. So talking about this spread now, sweet Jesus, maybe I can catch up. So I had some really cute pictures of the bunnies looking very Slipper Loaf-like. So it was cute that kit, the Easter, I think it's the spring kit that she released, had Funny Bunny and those bunny slippers. I love the Stony Clover card that I made right next to the bunny slipper card, because Stony Clover to me is definitely all of these like pastels and rainbows. And so I got to use that clipboard and another rainbow from the National Scrapbook Day freebie kit. The spring, and I think a bunch of the flowers, and I know the bloom all came from the spring kit as well. I got a picture. You can't see it because it's like off screen. But it's a picture of my coworker's dog, just being super cute. He's still a puppy, or in that puppy stage. And he was just like watching squirrels, and he looked so calm. There's Banks. I just let her sit there, I think, for a while, a couple times because I was jamming. But including that cute little picture of Rudy enjoying the spring weather and all the flowers in bloom in the pots. It was just cute. So I wanted to include that, and the fact that I had really been talking about plant shopping with one of our clients. She told me about a really cool outlet that's nearby that basically sells all kinds of plants for like half off of normal prices, because it's an outlet, and that's just how that kind of works. And so now she's got my interest peaked, and I think I'm going to try to get a tree. That sounds so wild. I think I'm going to try to get a tree and work on growing it. It's a kind of tree that I've wanted for quite some time. So I would be really excited to get a tree and keep it on my patio. I don't have a really big patio, but I want this tree. So we're going to get a small tree to go on the tiny patio. Obviously, with May the 4th be with you also comes Cinco. So I had this Cinco card that was in my stash. Again, I think I made it through all 4 spreads with only having to pull 3 cards from my stash. One was the currently card, one was the milestones card, and then one is the Cinco card. The Cinco card has been hanging out my stash, and I needed it to go. I needed it to go away. And so I did. I went ahead and I pulled it, and I wanted to use it. So Jeff and I celebrated Cinco by making some carne asada tacos. I'll be honest with you, I didn't eat much of that actual taco, but I ate the bejesus out of the steak. I think I just opened it up at one point and just ate the steak out of the taco because it was so good. It was cooked perfectly, and I did not want it tainted by a tortilla. We tried a new Spanish rice. That did not go well, even though I put queso on it. Still didn't work. And we tried a new Mexican street corn. I was not a fan. I have a problem. I will get stuck on a particular type of something and just stay on it. Like, I won't want to try a new version of it. If I like it, I'm sticking with it. And I kind of found myself in a bind that week with the street corn. I had been looking for the brand and the type I prefer, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It's from Tattooed Chef. If you've never had it or you have access to it, Tattooed Chef Mexican street corn. Oh my God, so good. In terms of like quick, not homemade, street corn, like obviously real street corn's better. But I'm just saying, from the concept of a frozen aspect, that was amazing. And I have since found it. I actually found it at Walmart today of all places, and I was really excited, and I will go back on Thursday and buy me another bag because I'm going to stockpile it now after having to visit multiple grocery stores the last time. This is not a foodie rant. I just need to calm down. As you can see, though, I ate like a full-blown heathen. So I am really glad I ran that 7 miles at the beginning of the week because I'm pretty sure I ate more than enough to compensate for that very long run. So while we're starting the very last spread, I'm going to quickly wrap this up. So Jeff's family came into town. Not family. His uncle Vernon, who has not been to visit in quite some time. He lives out in the Midwest. Came to visit, and so we went to lunch at Ford's, which is near their office, and it was so good. I hadn't had it in a while. We don't really get to eat in downtown Tucker too much because he works down there, so he eats out a ton there and he gets bored of it. I'm never bored because I don't work down there. So I was really excited to try the birria queso tacos. I was really bummed though because I asked for no onions and they put onions in them anyway. But I made it work and I picked a bunch of them out. But they also have these amazing cornbread waffles with like agave syrup and jalapenos, and so good. So we split an order of that. There's a lot of Binks photos. So on the previous spread, there was one of her at the perfect moment. I was taking pictures of her, and then the bottom fell out, and it rained so hard, and her face just like, because she saw it all of a sudden just downpour, and her face was perfect, and I caught it, which yay me for that. But wrapping up this last spread, and then we'll talk about a couple other things. There's just some like group photos, both funny and regular. Binks being my cute little assistant as I fussy cut a lot of things. And then obviously documenting the weekend, which was National Scrapbook Day on Saturday, and me talking about deep cleaning on Sunday. So Friday, I was actually off, and I was completely just exhausted. Saturday, unfortunately, was the same. And I was really bummed because I really try to be as productive as I can on a longer weekend. And I just felt really crappy, which sucked. So by Sunday, I had to like get my life together, and I decided to take a couple quizzes, watch some videos. I went on my 30-minute run, and then I listened to musical soundtracks while I deep cleaned the bathroom. It's very festive. And then Jeff came over for leftover pizza from Two Cities. So that's why I threw the little pizza icon in there. And I love that today's forecast cloudy with a chance of scrapbooking, because it really was cloudy. It rained a little bit, but it was just mostly cloudy and overcast. So it was the perfect card to use for Saturday, because even though it was National Scrapbooking Day, I really didn't get to scrapbook. I just was so tired. So it was a lot of the prep work. It was a lot of the stamping, the fussy cutting, because my creative brain was just like, bleh. So, like I said, I'm really, if you're OCD like me, then you understand that posting this video basically 9 weeks in advance is super bizarre, but I really did want to still be able to deliver some content for you, and I had it, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense to hold it. And I did want to talk about the shop contest that she's having and all of those things. If you haven't checked out Nelly and Clem before, definitely do so. She's just got really cool, relatable things. If you're one of those people that like brands like Paper Person, then I think you would really enjoy her as well, because it's very relevant. It's just very relevant cards. I think she's also come out with a summer kit, and I think she's getting ready to come out with a London kit too. I am impatiently waiting for a couple kits to come back out that actually have quotes, and the new website holder has strict guidelines, so she's having to tweak them a little bit, but I'm going to be really excited when those are back out. Otherwise, I hope you guys are all doing really well. I am going to kind of cheat a little bit. I've got a little baby haul thing going on. Like I said, I have been ordering some washi. I actually did a little order for the Smooth Shop 2-year anniversary, and I actually snagged the last roll of their Planner Babe washi, so I'm really excited to show that off. But I'm hoping that arrives, and I can do a little video and post it for Sunday, and then we're gonna roll into the week 10 videos like I had originally planned. So this is kind of a one-off. But yes, so week 10 is going to cover my mom's birthday, a couple other things, and most importantly, Day in the Life was in week 10. So Day in the Life is actually 3 spreads in of itself, so it is going to be a little bit more time sensitive, so I'm hoping for that to be part of my weekend project brain break from mock exams and boring Series 65 videos. If you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to drop them below. I'm happy to answer. I hope you guys don't mind this super jump ahead. I hope you go check out her shop, and it's really affordable as well, I think. And she's got tons of cute stuff, as you can see, and yeah, it just, like I said, it worked out that all of her products really did match this week perfect. But anyways, I'm going to shut up and let you guys enjoy some quiet music time and enjoy this video wrapping up with the slow flip and all that goodness. Thank you guys so much for the support you give and the patience that you have with me. Drop any questions you have below. And until next time, happy planning, happy scrapping, all the happies. Bye.